Hey guys, I discovered something really beautiful when I was a monk. I realized the law of attraction, law of abundance, the law of manifestation when I was a monk without even realizing it at that time. I learned now in my life that whatever you think and feel, you bring into being. That's a natural law. Whatever you want to buy, wherever you want to go, everything starts with a thought. Then comes the feeling, and then you act in the outside. But it's a difference if you try to manifest, to work really hard. Yeah, you work 1 year to have 2,000 euros saved to go to holidays. Yeah. Or you go into meditation, you feel, how would it feel if you would be now in Italy on the beach? What would it trigger? First you think, you visualize, you feel, yeah? How would it feel to sit on the beach right now, enjoy life, enjoy the sun, and then really feel this feeling? By doing that, you send out into the field an information of feeling complete, feeling grateful, feeling joyful. The field will respond. If you just think about it, yeah, and you always talk about it and you can't afford it, then you send out to the field the information of lack. And where there's lack, there will never be success. And even if you go to Italy, you will go with the feeling of lack. And at the end, it will not fulfill you. But if you already program yourself and feel the outcome before it actually happens, you feel the outcome in the now, being grateful, feeling complete and fulfilled, then it doesn't matter anymore if you go there, and you will, because that's the law, but you already feel complete. And that's so wonderful. And I actually never realized when I was a monk, I was traveling, we call it book distribution, Sankirtan, yeah? Sankirtan, Sangha means association, Sangha, you come together, and Kirtan means to glorify God, glorify the Lord. And we traveled from town to town to distribute spiritual books, spiritual knowledge. And this is really mystical. My first day I did 6 books, the second day 8 books. But then I saw monks, they distributed 100 books, 200 books. There's even one monk who distributes sometimes 3,000 to 4,000 books a day on the street. Can you imagine that? Probably not. But I don't lie to you, that's the truth. My record was 142. And that was amazing. I remember the day, boom. And it didn't just happen, yeah? Many times you go out on book distribution and we distribute a few books, or we distribute 50 books, or maybe even 100 books, and it just happens. But that's really rare. And the feeling of distributing a lot of books gives you so much pleasure because you have so many people to connect with the Vedic texts, yeah, with the Bhagavad Gita, to connect with God, to connect with these old ancient teachings, which helped me so much in life. It gives you the greatest joy, the greatest bliss, the greatest ecstasy. Even if you don't distribute any book, at the end of the day you feel so happy and purified. Yeah, it was always amazing. Material work, if you work the whole day, you're not getting paid, you don't sell anything, you will be frustrated, yeah, you will live on the street, you will have no money. That's very difficult. But in spiritual life, everything is different. And what I learned as a monk was we pray. Yeah, we're not just going out and I distribute now, okay, maybe whatever comes, because then nothing comes. So the first thing I learned, we need to have a desire. If we have a desire, everything is possible. The symptom of the soul is desires. Of course, there's all kinds of stupid desires, unhealthy, negative desires, yeah? But there's also lots of positive desires. So in this case, the desire was to distribute 100 books. This was just a milestone for me. Yeah, to one day go out and distribute from 10 o'clock till 6 p.m., 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. in 8 hours, to distribute around 100 books. So I had to sit down, and we were chanting, yeah, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra in the morning, 2 hours. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And again and again and again for 2 hours. And when you had a clear goal, a clear vision, and you prayed, please, 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 Krishna, please God, let me help you, let me serve you, let me distribute 100 books. And the desire sometimes was not even pure, or I think most of the time was more about achieving the goal, showing off, results, money, whatever. But still, if you have the strong desire to distribute 100 books and you pray for it, and it might not happen every day, yeah, it might not happen for months or weeks, but it happened. And I remember especially this one incident where we had 1 week before we went to India, and I wanted to distribute 100 books. And 5 days I couldn't do the 100 books. On the last day, I let it go. I still chanted in the morning, did my rituals, my program, my meditations. But then I came to the point where I thought, like, anyways, it's the last day, I just take it easy. I'm not in control. People always say, you know, you manifest something, you visualize something, and then you let it go to the universe. But who the hell is the universe? It's just matter, it's just planets, some energy. Yeah, God is not just a universe. God is a person like you and me. Yeah, but then, okay, I tried everything to please the universe because the universe doesn't care actually. The universe is not what we think. It's just a term we use. Yeah. Oh, the universe responded. Yeah. It's the field, the quantum field, morphogenetic fields, the akash, the ether, the pranic energy, what is part of God, what is part of us, where we all are connected. And this energy manifests in different ways, responding to our thoughts and feelings. So my thoughts and feelings for the whole week was to distribute 100 books. And on the last day, I went out, we were in a van, we were traveling in a caravan, and I went out in Linz in Austria, and in the middle of Linz, I met a friend. He is also from the same tradition. I usually only see him in India or in Germany, but I was in Austria, and I saw him when I left the caravan, and he's from Australia. How random. Like in a small street where we park, we never park there. There's no way that I meet anyone I know. And then from all people I met him, yeah. And he told me he was happy I went out to distribute books, and he said, all the blessings, I wish you all the best. And I got so inspired, yeah. I was like, what a sign. And the day started off and books just went out. Everyone took a book, 1, 2, 3. And I remember at 5 o'clock in the evening, I was at 92, the last 8 books to 100. And I was so attached, and nobody took a book. The people could feel it, yeah? Because my goal was to distribute 100 books. My goal was not to help 100 people today, to go deep in the spiritual life. It should be the goal. So this 100 books went out, yeah, because I let it go. Again, I was sitting down, I was reading a book, and had only 10 minutes left, and like was 5, 6 books or something. And I just thought, like, if God wants me to distribute these books, then I will distribute these books. And this happened many times, this same situation. I let it go, and the books went out. Because the people can feel, do you want something, or do you want to give? And after these 100 books, I tell you, it feels like you can achieve everything, anything. You can rip out trees. You have so much energy, so much joy, so much bliss, so much ecstasy that your hairs are standing on end, that you really feel like you're intoxicated. It's like, it's so amazing. And what nowadays I realize, it's the same principle. My desires might not be pure. Like I want to be a breathwork teacher, yeah, teach in front of hundreds of people, have 1 million followers on YouTube, have enough income to be financially independent, to travel around the world, to sustain, maintain my family, to give charity donations, to help people, yeah, all kinds of desires what I have. And now I go into manifestation. I visualize myself. I have a beautiful house. I live in a beautiful country. I have enough finances. And then I go into the feeling. How does it feel right now? And then I can really feel and access. And then we change our brain chemistry. It's not just some woohoo and stuff. When you do this, you change. Your energy field changes. The quantum field changes. And everything you meet, people respond differently. People all of a sudden tell me, you have so much energy. You're like illuminating, like what's happening. Other people write me. All of a sudden people write me, they want to work with me. Yeah, because I send out the information what I want actually, if I don't have a desire. And as a monk I learned, desires are bad. We shouldn't desire. Yeah, we should just rely on God. But if you don't tell God your desire, what will happen? Nothing. Yeah, because we think our desire is to become a spiritual, God-conscious person. Yeah, how advanced, how pure, look at me, how humble I am. I just want to be a servant of God. And of course I want this. But is this really my heart's desire? Actually, I don't have many material desires. What is really inside of me is I want to be happy. I want to feel the flow of prana all the time. Yeah, be energized. Have no desires for all this sense gratification. Just be in the bliss, be in the now, spend time with my friends, family, study scriptures, yogic texts, practice, exercise. Yeah, have a good life without stress, without fear, without financially being so dependent and depleted of your energy. Yeah, this is like desires, what is there. So I can choose now, okay, any desire what comes up, just take it immediately. You take the desire and you allow yourself to feel it. How does this desire feel to you? Why is it there? It means there's some lack, yeah? Then you feel into this lack. What is the outcome of the desire? And just feel it in the now. That's all you have to do, again and again and again. It's not about which desire, it's not about the technique. It's not about the technique, the visualization, the manifestation. It's only about bring your desire in the now. Be honest to yourself. What do you want? And many people don't know. If I ask you now, what do you want in life? Many people can't give me a proper answer because nobody thinks about that. Yeah, of course, we want a house and this and all these desires, but what do you really want? What do you want in 10, 20 years? What do you want when you're 80 on your deathbed? How other people should look at you? Think about that. And then use the same principle. Like now, if I would talk to the monks now, I would tell them the same. Yeah, use this principle of book distribution. You have a goal, you pray to God, yeah, you really beg, you go into it. The desire is not pure, the desire is scores, money, success, yeah, setting goals, achievements, and still you will get it. But the beautiful in this book distribution part was it was a spiritual activity, so you get purified along the way, and at one point you don't care anymore about anything else other than doing the service, yeah, doing the activity itself. But I think everything in life can be like that. That we have these desires, it gets fulfilled, and then we realize actually, does this new car really make me happy? Maybe for a few days, a few weeks, a few months. What if you have an accident? What if somebody steals the car? Yeah? Are you still happy? If we make our happiness dependent on the outside, we will always lose. So the happiness comes from within. So use your desires. Pray for it. Be detached. Know for certain it will come. But even better is just feel that it's already there. Like in the Bible, which verse is actually altered. I can't remember the original one, but ask and you will be given. Yeah, ask for it in the now. Be grateful in the now. And there's more to it. But in the new Bible, they cut out a few sentences. But it was the same principles. That you have no hidden motive. Yeah, that you have full trust, full faith, and you ask, and it will be given now. And many people speak about this, but I just wanted to share my own realization. I distributed many times 100 books, or more, or less. And every time it was because I had a desire, I set a goal, and I worked hard for it. It not just happened. So with every desire in your life, you can choose to work your ass off, do your job, save your money, and buy it or get it. Or you change your mindset, you change your feeling, your beliefs, your limiting beliefs, you let go, you trust, you connect with the field, and then you will see all of a sudden, you get new opportunities, you meet new people, you get a better job offer. And these things happening to everyone. I see it all the time. So yeah, this was my realization that book distribution actually, when I was a monk, I manifested all the time with the grace of God, without even realizing it. And now, the last few months, I was struggling with this topic, tried many things, and just came to the conclusion that I already know everything I need to know, and just need to do it. And not just a one-time thing, do it every time, every day, all the time. Just feel good, feel happy all the time. And if you don't know how to feel happy, then watch some of my videos, do some breath work, meditation, all the time. Be in the now. Don't live in the past or in the future. Just live in the now. Be in flow, move, go for walks, go for a run, go for hikes, exercise, do yoga, swim, take ice baths, go to sauna. Do something nice for yourself. Feel good, feel happy, feel blissful. If you like, I have a community, school community, where I share spiritual knowledge about the yoga science, psychology, philosophy, breathwork, meditation. We have also weekly Zoom sessions. You can also work with me on a one-on-one basis. If this resonates with you, then just click the link in the pinned comment below. And I hope this was helpful for you, and see you around. Bye.